Hello, NerdsToGo franchisees. Catherine Monson here again. Today I'm going to talk about how to create a positive attitude in your life. We'll talk a little bit about the benefits of having one, but most importantly, 11 ways to achieve a positive attitude in your life. Are you an optimist or a pessimist? Or a little bit of both? What do those words mean to you? If you're uncertain, perhaps the question should be more specific. What do you think about your life? How do you see your future? Is it more pain and misery or rainbows and butterflies? It's true, the modern world does make it very difficult to be naturally positive. From our busy, fast-paced internet speed lives to negativity and scarcity and violence and all of the bad news about coronavirus and COVID-19, all of this negative stuff can just build up and make it very easy to be unhappy these days. A negative attitude is a sure way towards achieving a life of dissatisfaction and pushing people away from you. However, there's always one thing you can do, and it's no small matter, but it's something achievable if you really want to, and that is to change yourself. But how do you change yourself? You do it by achieving a positive mindset. It may sound like a cliche, but the benefits of a positive mindset are real, are demonstrated, and proven by multiple scientific studies. A positive mindset is a game changer, as it will further elevate and improve your attitude and behavior and make you a happier person in the process. Mahatma Gandhi said, "Keep your thoughts positive because your thoughts become your words. Keep your words positive because your words become your behavior. Keep your behavior positive because your behavior becomes your habits. Keep your habits positive because your habits become your values. Keep your values positive because your values become your destiny." That is one powerful quote by Gandhi. Gandhi's wise words best describe the action to chain reaction between thoughts, life, and destiny. If you think positively, your language and behavior become positive, consequently making a positive impact on your habits, your values, and your future. Positive thinking is not about sticking your head in the sand when faced with life's issues. It's not about ignorance. It's not about turning away from problems, as it is sometimes misinterpreted. It means approaching unpleasant situations with more positivity and productivity. However, it has to be based on logic and reason. Expecting the worst possible outcome in every situation is against common sense. Likewise, being irrationally positive all the time is against common sense. But building a positive mindset will make a difference in your lives. Building a positive mindset starts with self-talk and introspection and is based on a detailed analysis of the world around you. According to psychologist Kendra Cherry, positive thinking consists of several approaches to reality. Approaching challenges with a positive outlook, making the most of potentially bad situations, trying to see the best in people, and viewing yourself and your abilities in a positive light. The benefits of a positive mindset include improved quality of life in 4 essential areas: better physical health, better mental health, better relationships with your family, with your loved one, with your coworkers, everyone, and a better career. There are lots of research studies that prove this out. A 2016 medical research study proved that people who exhibited a positive mindset and optimism were less likely to develop cardiovascular disease. Another study showed that people with positive attitudes have healthier habits. They eat healthier food, they exercise regularly, they rarely smoke, they drink less alcohol, right? Lots of positive things. People with a positive attitude experience less stress, and stress induces hormones in your body that are very negative for your organs. Stress-related hormones and neurotransmitters are a threat to our vital organs, particularly our cardiovascular system and our gastrointestinal system. And a 2008 research study confirmed that people who have positive thoughts experience lower stress hormones of adrenaline and cortisol, both which wear out your body. Another research study proved that positive outlook helps strengthen older people's immune systems. It also turns out that people with a positive outlook have a longer lifespan, and this link persists regardless of sex, culture, age, even habits such as smoking and drinking. Bottom line, a positive mindset is a protective factor for your physical well-being. Well, heck, it also protects and improves your mental health. We all sometimes feel anxious or depressed, and there's no shame in admitting that at times it can become unbearable, which is why we sometimes seek medical help, and there's nothing wrong with that. Research conducted with patients who suffered from generalized anxiety disorder revealed that excessive worrying, which is typical for this disorder, can be successfully replaced with a positive mindset. The participants went through a 4-week positive imagery training, after which they experienced less worry and less anxious thoughts. Likewise with depression, one cognitive behavioral therapeutic approach recommends replacing negative thoughts with more realistic and positive ones and lowered depressive symptoms. In general, a positive mindset contributes to our overall psychological well-being by promoting mindfulness and positive emotions. Just like it provides better physical health, it provides better mental health. A positive attitude also improves our relationships. It's no secret that positive people are simply more pleasant to be around. And you don't need science to tell you that you'd rather spend time with someone who smiles, listens to you, and has an empathetic approach, and sees good even in bad situations. Positive people have stronger and more cohesive social circles. And positive mental attitude results in a more successful career. As I've talked about before, happier employees are more productive, creative, and receive better evaluations from their supervisors, and as a result, they make more money. So as I've shared in prior videos, both employees and the company benefit from instilling a positive mindset. So with all the benefits we've covered, how the heck do we do it? How do we create a positive mindset? So here are 11 practical tips on how to create that positive mindset. The first is going to start with creating and keeping a gratitude journal. The practice of gratitude helps adjust your attitudes toward positivity, as it reminds you that no matter how bad things are, there's always something to be thankful for. Studies show that cultivating an attitude of gratitude improves our health, our mood, our relationships, and our career. So instead of starting your day by turning on the news and seeing negative crap, because that's all the news is, rarely do you see a positive story. What about dedicating the first 5 minutes of your wakeful consciousness to writing in a gratitude journal? That way you'll get your mind started the right way for the day. This happens to be my favorite. I have lots of gratitude journals. A lot of them are just bound lined paper, but this is a great way to get started. It is called the 5-minute journal. You ought to Google it, the 5-minute journal. And what I love about this is for every day, and you can see this is one that I write in, for every day, you write starting what you're grateful for, what would make today great, daily affirmations, and then in the evening you write 3 amazing things that happened and how could I have made the day even better. So it takes 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes in the afternoon. I just love the 5-minute journal. And then before you go to bed, rather than watching the news, spend 5 minutes in your 5-minute journal and set your mind for something positive, rather than going to sleep worrying about all the negative things in your life. So number 1, keep a gratitude journal. Number 2, change your language. Language is one of the most powerful tools we humans have at our disposal. How we speak defines what our life is like and how other people perceive us. How do you describe your life? Which words do you use more often? Boring, angry, nervous, stressful, difficult? Or exciting, fun, happy, peaceful? Think about that. Words are powerful. If you describe your life as boring or difficult, it's most likely you'll feel that very same way. On the other hand, using positive words can help you reframe how you feel and consequently how you act. Another example of how to use your language is using get instead of have. I get to go to work rather than I have to go to work. I get to see my parents rather than I have to see my parents. This way it sounds more positive and above all grateful. Try to implement this change when you're thinking or talking about yourself and you'll be amazed how you'll be feeling happier and stress-free. Number 3, use calming breathing techniques. Every time we breathe in oxygen. Every time we breathe out, we let out carbon dioxide. Breathing exercises can help us take us to an even more positive emotional level. Every time you breathe in, imagine you're taking in good things. And every time you breathe out, imagine yourself letting go of your burdens. Breathing exercises can help you get rid of stress and really help you achieve emotional balance. I use this all the time. And here's the technique that I use. When I find myself getting anxious or stressed out or angry, I catch a hold of myself and I do 12 repetitions of breathing in slowly to the count of 5, holding my breath in for a count of 5, and exhaling slowly at that same count of 5. I do that 12 times and I'm immediately recentered. Number 4, how to get a positive outlook in life: volunteer. How can doing something for free for someone else make us more positive? Well, volunteering helps us feel more connected to other people. Seeing that we're doing something meaningful for the world gives us more meaning in our life and makes us feel emotionally fulfilled. In addition, our social skills improve and we learn how to be more empathetic. All of this contributes to a positive mental attitude. Number 5, learn to accept rejection. Nothing attacks our ego and makes us more insecure as rejection, whether it's rejected love, rejected job applications, rejected friendships. However painful, we should not allow these unpleasant events to overwhelm us. What's much better is to perceive rejections as a challenge. Analyze the situation, try to understand why it happened and how to improve in the future to prevent it from happening again. This is how to build a growth mindset. Don't allow yourself to fall into a desperation void. Nothing good comes from being in a desperation void. Think about treating failures as lessons. Failing an exam is not a reason to hate yourself, hate your teacher, or hate your school. Making a mistake on a project doesn't mean you're not good at your job. Every mistake has a hidden lesson inside. If you approach it that way, you'll grow as a person instead of becoming more and more negative. Number 6, be present, be in the now. If you're doing your laundry, but your mind is frustrated and thinking about work, what are you actually doing? Well, you're not doing your laundry and you're not doing your job. Being present in the now means this exact moment. Most of our negativity stems from memories of previous events or worry about future events, and we exaggerate these in our imagination. However, it's possible to prevent this by staying present and in the moment. Focus on what you're doing right now. If you don't know how to do this, don't worry, it's called practice. One way of practicing presence or being in the now is through meditation. Google meditation, learn about it, it's very, very positive. Number 7, and you've heard me say this before, surround yourself with positive people. What are your friends like? How do you spend time with them? Do you laugh, ride bikes, go hiking, or do you just complain about the meaning of this empty life? How about your workplace? What's your closest coworker like? Is your friendship based on complaining about pay or how terrible your boss is? Or maybe you found mutual language while working on a challenging project together. People who surround us reflect our personality and our attitudes. Take a look around. Are you surrounded by positive or negative people? We are so deeply social and dependent on others, it's visible even on the neurological level. When a person we communicate with is happy and smiling, our neural structure in our brain called the mirror neurons, and you've heard me talk about that before, react to that and we start smiling ourselves. The same goes for all other emotions and attitudes. This means that if the people around you are negative, you'll have a hard time maintaining a positive attitude. On the other hand, if your friends are people who are grateful, hopeful, overall positive, your chances of becoming positive as well will become much, much higher. Number 8, practice positive affirmations. Another very effective way that can bring you closer to your positive and empowered self is practicing personal positive self-affirmations. These are simple statements designed to encourage you in your life. You can make them part of your morning routine, use them at breaks at work, give yourself a verbal pat on the back. I'm smart and I'm capable, and I'm gonna nail this project. I choose to be happy today. I make a significant contribution in my workplace. I'm a lovable person. Those are some examples of positive affirmations. Number 9, find your emotional outlet. It's important that you're capable of understanding your emotions. You've really arrived when you're able to understand and name how you feel, and you'll most likely become aware that some emotional states are beyond your control. And that's why it's important to find an emotional outlet. There are different emotional outlets that you can pick. Some people love boxing because it releases their aggressive impulses. Others prefer running or swimming as they're more meditative. Running is my thing. Running outside on dirt, I just love doing. I just get in this wonderful place and I feel so happy during and after a run. Others prefer dancing, alone, in a group, with a partner, doesn't matter, or yoga or hiking. Sports activities can increase levels of dopamine and serotonin, which are responsible for our feelings of happiness. And if you're not into sports or being physical, other hobbies such as playing a musical instrument, singing, painting, or sculpting can also serve as emotional outlets. Number 10, reward and love yourself. When we start riding the wild wave of life, we often forget to take care of ourselves. Acknowledging, rewarding, and loving ourselves should come far before waiting on somebody else to do so. Of course, praise by your boss or your parents or partner can be soul-soothing, but when was the last time you congratulated yourself on the amazing results you have accomplished? Praising yourself after doing something good is called positive reinforcement. It's a technique that enhances the odds of repeating the same behavior, even though you're giving that positive reinforcement to yourself. Self-reward can be important even when you fail. Now, that may seem controversial, but don't you agree that failure is painful in and of itself? Why would you punish yourself further when what you deserve is nurturing? If you enter the vortex of self-punishment, you'll most likely end up being miserable. Loving, nurturing, and rewarding yourself can help you shift towards a positive mindset even when things are rough. Number 11, the last one on our list, loosen up. Are you a control freak? Maybe this is a harsh description, but if you do struggle with letting go, you'll probably recognize yourself in the words. Keeping things under our own control helps us overcome insecurities. For example, if you're coordinating a project at work, it's normal that you want to have a certain amount of control over things as you want it to turn out great. However, it's important to keep it reasonable. Handling your task and knowing or helping others' tasks is fine, but if you're trying to fulfill everyone else's obligations just to be sure it's all done properly, you'll end up overwhelmed and with stress and negativity. Another example of an unhealthy controlling attitude is when people are angry because of the weather. It's too cold, it's raining, and I wanted to go camping. You cannot control the weather, but you can control your reactions to the weather. The same works with tasks and projects, friendships, romantic relationships. It's important that you trust other people in order to maintain good relationships. And that's what people with a positive mindset do. So you can make the decision to create a positive outlook and attitude in your life. You will reap better physical health, better mental health, better relationships, and a more successful career or business life. So try these 11 ways to develop a positive mindset. Make the decision to do it. Be patient, keep calm, and practice a positive mindset on a daily basis. It'll make a big difference in your life. Thank you.